Hey everyone, I'm the Lollipop Man and I'm here to talk about the round 4 of the Formula 1 2017 season, that is in Bahrain. So the Bahrain Grand Prix, it started in 2004 where it had a day race and it transitioned into a night race in 2014 when we had the regulation change. Uh, After turning into a night race, the practice sessions of practice 1 and practice 3 have turned a bit irrelevant, but the running data, the tire data is a very valuable asset still in those two sessions. The very crucial session is practice 2, where you get practice for the tire stints as well as for the qualifying runs. That session, if any car gets any problems, that can lead to a very disaster race weekend for them. Let's talk about the braking points. The braking points of this circuit are very tricky. You have a very heavy braking point at the start-finish straight where the car has to decelerate from 330 kilometers per hour right up to 70 kilometers per hour into turn 1. This is a very hot spot for the overtaking. And also turn 10, very tricky, and you tend to see many cars locking up at turn 10. So getting the drive out of turn 14 and 15, that is the penultimate corners, that is a very crucial for the drivers so that they get a good acceleration and top speed at the start finish straight. Let us talk about the hot climate as well. The hot climate is the primary the problem for the drivers, where they are tested for the hot climate as well as the tricky braking as well, as I've told you. So let's look into qualifying first. Just me and my guitar. So looking into qualifying, the qualifying was under lights again. And in Q1, the cars that were eliminated were Carlos Sainz in 16th, the McLaren of Stoffel Vandoorne in 17th, Sergio Perez 18th, 19th is Marcus Ericsson, and 20th was Kevin Magnussen. Kevin Magnussen didn't have a very good fast lap his first run, so he went out for a second run, and I'll tell you about that, what happened later. Then 19th was Marcus Ericsson, basically no pace in the car. He did not show pace. His teammate had done very well. Sergio Perez, striking name in Q1, he got eliminated. Sergio Perez again was victim to another incident that took place in Q1. I'm going to tell you in a minute. Stoffel Vandoorne, again same story as Marcus Ericsson, did not have power in the car, so he could not deliver a lot. Carlos Sainz had a power failure at the back straight. So at the end of the back straight, he just had to stop the car, and because of that, that led to two double wave DLOs. That led to slowing down of Kevin Magnussen as well as Sergio Perez. So they could not improve their times. And to tell you, Carlos Sainz had the fastest first sector in that session. So he was on a very good lap, but he unfortunately lost power. Looking into Q2 now. In Q2, the cars that were eliminated again were 11th was Toro Rosso of Daniel Kvyat, 12th was Lance Stroll, and 13th was a heroic drive from the returning Pascal Wehrlein in the Sauber. 14th was Esteban Ocon in the Force India. 15th was Alonso. Fernando Alonso in the McLaren, he did not go out in Q2 because of power failure. I think that's a MGU-H issue, and so he did not run in Q2 at all. Sorry. And then looking into 14th, Esteban Ocon, Force India. I think that's the pace they have this weekend, so I don't think he would have gone any higher. Maybe if Perez was there, he would have gone maximum up to 12th or 11th. I don't think he would have gone into Q3 at all. Looking into 13th position, Pascal Wehrlein, very good drive. And he was 1 second clear of his teammate. And even the team principal of Sauber, that is Monisha Kaltenborn, did not have did not have an idea how that gap is there between the two teammates. So Very good drive again from Pascal Wehrlein. 12th was Lance Stroll. He had a single run and he did well, good enough for his Friday gremlins, which were pretty bad for him. 11th was Daniel Kvyat. Yeah, he did not have a lot of pace because he got jumped by Felipe Massa and Jolyon Palmer. I'll tell you that in Q3. So looking into Q3 now, the pole position was taken by Valtteri Bottas. It is his first pole position that was taken, his career's first pole position, and the second was taken by Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton had the provisional pole position after the first run, but then what happened was in the second run he lost quite a bit of time. I think 2 tenths he lost in the first and second sectors of Bahrain. Third was taken by Sebastian Vettel. Ferraris were a bit slower than what Mercedes were expecting, so they were about 4.5 tenths away from the Mercedes. Fourth was Daniel Ricciardo, and I have to say that Red Bull have done a very good job by making inroads into Ferrari's progress. So I think they were thinking as well that they would have come 5th and 6th in the qualifying, but good job for Red Bull again. Daniel Ricciardo, heroic drive to 4th. 5th, Kimi Raikkonen. He's been struggling with setup work as well as some turbo problems on Friday. So I don't think he would have got more than 5th, I think. Then 6th was Verstappen. Verstappen was about 9 tenths clear of 9 tenths away from Valtteri Bottas. It's good enough. Nico Hülkenberg in 7th. That was another good drive, and he shows that he can be a very good driver when he is given a very good car. So this is just an okay car, but still he gets it right up to the level of even the Red Bulls. He actually in the first run of Q3 he split the 2 Red Bulls, so that was good work by Nico Hülkenberg. Then we have 8th was Felipe Massa. Again a decent drive again from the Williams of Felipe Massa. 9th was Romain Grosjean, and I have to say that was a very good turnover actually from practice 3 on to qualifying. So practice 3 he was in 20th position, lot of problems, and I too did not expect him to come into Q3 at all, let alone Q2. So I think that was a very good drive. He came in 9th, and followed by 10th was Jolyon Palmer, the 2 Renaults in Q3. Yeah, I have to say it was a very good drive from Palmer, and he has shown now that he can be among the top players. So let's look at the race predictions now. So talking about the race predictions, I think that Valtteri Bottas will convert his pole position into the race win. So he's going to take his first win, and followed by the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel, because I think Ferrari are better in the race than Mercedes. Followed by Lewis Hamilton. I think he's going to be the 3rd position. Then 4th will be Max Verstappen. He's been better at races in the recent times when compared to his partner, so I've given him 4th position. 5th will be Kimi Raikkonen because of the Ferrari pace. I don't think that he has the level to reach up to 4th or even 3rd, so I've given him 5th. Followed by Daniel Ricciardo in 6th. Yeah, that's the other Red Bull. Then 7th will be Daniel Kvyat. I think that will be a good recovery from 11th to 7th. I think he will make good advantage. He will take good advantage of the starting in 11th position, so that he can choose, I think, the soft tire instead of the super soft, and I think he can go a little longer in the first stint. So that will help him maybe to get into 7th position. 8th will be Felipe Massa because of his qualifying position. I think he will get it, the 8th position. And the 9th will be Nico Hülkenberg. He'll be having, when we saw in practice 2, he was not having a lot of a strong race pace, but I still do think that after showing it In qualifying, he might just pull something and get ninth position for Renault, followed by 10th Carlos Sainz. I think he can recover his Toro Rosso, because Toro Rosso are looking decent around the Bahrain circuit. So I think Carlos Sainz will round off the points for the Bahrain Grand Prix. So thank you everyone for the views that I've got in the previous few videos, and I hope to make the more videos, and I will try to make them on time. Apologies for the Chinese Grand Prix reviews, but then I will try to be on time, and please do like and subscribe for more content on Formula 1.